We all know that life is full of challenges and life is full of new challenges. And so many times we find ourselves in situations that we have to adjust and we have to reach down within ourselves and figure out how to deal with the new challenge. One of the greatest challenges facing our community, I don't mean just specifically Silver Spring, I mean the American Orthodox community, is the challenge of finances. Finances create a great strain on people's personal lives, on the dynamics within a marriage, on the dynamics within family. We have, we, the broader American Orthodox community, have a wonderful infrastructure and wonderful opportunities. And many of these opportunities are very expensive. You could imagine a couple starting off, thank God, whether it be from the beginning of their marriage, whether it be relatively soon in their marriage, earning very nice incomes. And thank God, being able to pay the rent on their apartment very easily, even being able to afford a mortgage on a house and a nice down payment on a house. Maybe they've saved before, maybe they continue to save. If God blesses them with children relatively early in their marriage, day school tuition comes pretty quick. It gets very expensive very fast. Real estate in our communities in general, certainly in the greater Washington community, does not come cheap. What's so difficult is we tell ourselves we have to spend wisely. And for many of us, that itself is a challenge. But many of us are not the type to waste money and splurge. And even if we're not wasting money or splurging, all of a sudden expenses increase at a greater rate than our incomes do. And we have to make some very difficult decisions, not between wasteful things and productive things. We have to decide between different productive things. Many times people don't know much about investments. By the way, investments are all the more beneficial early on in one's career of earning money before one has so many expenses. The bottom line is the world of finance creates great challenge to the average American Orthodox individual, couple, family, and some of us come into situations very well educated. And to be candid, many of us come into these financial challenges without much prior knowledge. There is a wonderful organization. There happens to be a broader national initiative right now, spearheaded by the OU, but there is a wonderful local organization that's been around for a few years now, and is working in tandem with the OU's project. It's called IZUN, IZUN. I'm very grateful to Barbara Blaustein, a member of our shul, who has been working on this from its inception. And you can go to their website, GetIZUN, GetIZUN.org. They have articles, they have opportunities to meet up with a coach. We have a wonderful resource within our community to help people educate themselves. It could be people in any stage of life. Certainly if people find themselves in a difficult phase of trying to balance their budget appropriately, IZUN could certainly be of help. It's not a charity organization. It doesn't give you money, but it helps you strategize. But honestly, I think people who could probably benefit from IZUN even more are people either just starting out, just beginning to earn money, beginning to earn money as an individual, maybe as a couple, maybe as a family. And truth be told, I think the way to view it is the same way we would view a checkup with our physician. If a person makes an appointment for a checkup, they're not saying that they must be terribly ill. They're certainly not saying that they must be irresponsible and that's why they have to go to the doctor. What they're saying is they're not a doctor. They don't understand all the ins and outs of medicine, and they'll do the responsible thing, and they'll just go to a physician to get a general sense of where they're at. I think it would be a very wise thing for everyone who's beginning to manage their own finances and beginning possibly to get more expenses, to just contact IZUN, whether it be to go to a seminar, whether it be to have an appointment with a coach. It's being done as a chesed in the community by Barbara and a number of other volunteers. I thank each of them very much. And I really strongly urge everyone, there should be no awkwardness, there should be no shame. It's really doing the responsible thing, checking in now. I have definitely had the experience of helping people deal with great stresses and strains due to their finances, that if they had addressed things earlier in their lives, these strains would not be present, and certainly not to the same extent. Thanks for considering, and thank you so much to the people from IZUN. Have a wonderful Shabbos.